So today was as hot as Satan's scrotum, and my house does not cool very well. So to combat potential heat stroke, I decided to make my own pool day in my tiny little bathroom. I set up a fan outside the bathroom to blow air straight into the open door to ventilate any steam and cool me as it hit the water on my skin. I plugged the bathroom drain and set into 2 cheap blue bath bombs for the aesthetic blue color and lovely clean smell. Instead of waiting for the tub to fill up via faucet, I sat under the cool shower and pulled the curtain just enough so I would not make a mess. It was the oasis I needed from the hellish heat and was very blissful for hours. When the water filled up enough to cover my legs, I got the oddly satisfying ASMR feeling listening to and watching the shower sprinkle and create little white ripples on the surface of the blue water. I recorded it for Snapchat and Instagram. Keep in mind nothing is exposed but my legs, because why not? It was probably the coolest content I could create. No pun intended. A few hours later, I posted it to my Instagram. An account with no profile picture, whose user was a random assortment of numbers, sent me this direct message, copied and pasted into a block quote. Asterisk. I take your hand in mine, giving your knuckles a gentle kiss as I tip my hat to you. Asterisk. Good day, milady. I hope you are having a time as beautiful as you are. I just have to say that you are a lovely Aryan specimen, and I would hate to see you be ashamed for the lewd video you have posted today. Please take it down before someone else sees it. I would love to get to know you and see more of your bare curvature. Do not keep me waiting too long. Like, what the hell, dude? It's my submerged legs. My profile picture is clearly me imitating the Hagyo, and that's way more lewd than a little ASMR video, and who the fuck outside the weeb community uses the word lewd? Let's not even start in the comment about my apparent race, and I don't even know where to begin on his overly wordy send nudes request, and the fucking demanding tone he ended with it. Ew! I did not respond to the anonymous quack, but I did feel the urge to share this with someone. I'm kind of relieved I'm not the only chick getting weird messages, but at the same time, it's just plain sad. I'm blocking the creep as soon as this goes up. This is from a man's perspective. So, I'm in an amazingly happy relationship with my girlfriend. We fell in love at 13, and it's been a cool 9 years since then, and it's been nothing but the greatest. I really, really cherish her, so due to that, I'm also super overprotective of her. Not like overprotective in a sense that I limit her, but I get really tense and agitated when a guy seems like he's hitting on her or has feelings that he really should not have. I don't really want to brag either, but my girlfriend's insanely beautiful. I'll call her Jess. She gets a lot of attention, and unfortunately that comes a ton of unwanted attention. This was last year, and we were at a mall nearby attending our city's annual festival. We were browsing around EB Games. If you do not know what that is, it's basically Canadian GameStop. And we were chatting and making comments on the various games, figurines, and toys that occupy the shelves. We stumbled upon a copy of Fallout 4 for the Xbox. This was during the Steam summer sale, and she had picked it up Fallout New Vegas and played the shit out of it. She's the type of person who really enjoys sappy stuff, so when she found out that the sole survivor's spouse dies at the start, not a spoiler, and there was a mod that allowed you to resurrect the spouse, she really wanted that game. I owed her, so I agreed, and we pulled for our money and found out that we had $33. Perfect, since Fallout 4 is $30 on Steam. Not perfect, however, since that's in American pesos and it's actually $40 for us Canadians. We had 33 Canadian rupees, so she voiced her disdain quite loudly. I looked around frantically since she was super fucking loud. No one paid attention, thankfully, but I noticed a guy looking at Jess kinda funnily, but paid no attention to it since I assumed he was looking at her because she was loud and not because of one of the fucking straps on her sundress had fallen off. So we kinda stand there for a bit, before she does a weird thing with her chin where she pulled her head back or something. Kind of like a chicken when they do that clucking thing, but instead of clucking, she raised her eyebrow and turned around. I did not know why she did that, but after recounting about it today, she told me that there was a horrible smell. I cannot smell, so I did not really pay any attention to her reaction. I hear an ahem, and then turn around. Not before I describe this guy. I do not mean any offense to anyone, but I really fucking hate this pathetic sack of shit, so I'm going to describe him in full fucking form. Standing in front of us was this fat fucker. He had a filthy fucking black sweater, probably from the barrels of cum his micropenis squirts out each day. He had this shitty anime shirt with Miku Hatsune, or whatever the hell his only stained mouth calls it, sitting on his shirt, and it had what seemed like fucking yogurt splattered across it. God knows if it was yogurt or what people drink in hell, aka neckbeard sperm. God save us. His hairy stomach and belly button were showing too. Their acne. Oh God, the acne. I had a shit ton of acne when I was younger, but this guy. If I had the acne that this guy had, I would have killed myself. Like if skin disease were a person, it would have been whatever the fuck this guy's name is, plus some dumbass words in Latin. He had like 3 chins, like a flight of fucking stairs I could climb, and a huge ass fucking mouth, and lips that seemed the result of him probably doing that stupid Kylie Jenner lip challenge, where they take a cup and stick it over the mouth, but instead of taking it off, he kept it on for 7 fucking years. His nose. He had what I like to call a tooger, which is Booker's retarded brother. Just imagine it. He had a ponytail. I don't want to talk about it. No fedora, unfortunately. Jess is too innocent, and she smiled politely at the man. His eyes lit up on seeing her face because she's beautiful and because she's fucking Asian. Neckbeards like to fetishize Asians, if you did not know. A true gentleman should be able to spoil his lady, he proclaimed, and revealed a $10 bill. Oh, God. Jess really was too innocent. She gave a small yes at what he said, 1, because she had no idea what the fuck he was babbling on about, and 2, because it sounded romantic or something. He beamed at the response and looked at me with the most smug fucking face in the history of existence. He handed the bill to her and just smiled brightly and raised her hand. I don't think the guy knew what to do. I bet at first thought her raising her hand was the universal sign for, I'm going to have sex for a week straight with you and then live with you, giving you unconditional love. But then he realized she wanted to high-five him, and he got an erection after contact was made. I shit you not, I was flabbergasted at how his micropenis was not as small as I thought, and I just stood there. Just did not notice. So we paid, just waving goodbye at the man, and we walked away. I had to take a dump, and so we made a detour to a particularly quiet and empty part of the mall. The one of like 4 washrooms. No one went here since it was the most disgusting, but I did not really know that at the time. I took a bit longer since it was dirty as hell, and I hear my girlfriend scream as I'm pulling up my pants. I ran out without washing my hands and saw Jess covering herself while the guy had a scowl on his face. Before I tell you what happened after, let me tell you what happened before that. Basically, Sir Shithead found Jess in the hallway and started bombarding her with questions. He asked her name. She said Jess. He gave his name, and it was something like Wee Buck Fuck Smith. And if she was Japanese. No, she responded. I'm Korean. He asked what kind of anime she watches. And since Jess is a huge anime fan, she gave him a list of her top, 20 favorites. Guy gets wet since he found his almost dream girl. And then he asks about sexual experiences. I'll be honest with you guys, since this shit is anonymous, we're both virgins and planning to stay like that until marriage. She replies with, No, I don't have any experience. She was really fucking scared and creeped out now. From what I've read, incels really hate women who have premarital sex. He was probably practically foaming at the mouth at the girl he had found. He asked about fantasies. No, she did not have any, and Guy frowns. Then he smiled or some shit and made the move towards Jess's chest. She moves back, and that's when the scream happens and when I sprint out of the bathroom. "I bought you that game!" he had yelled, and then said something incomprehensible. She screamed back at him and then noticed me, so she waves her arms frantically. Fuckface looks behind, sees me, and starts bolting as fast as he can. Rolling a fucking cube across the hallway would have been faster than this guy running. A fetus would have made it to the doors before this guy. I ran after this dumb fuck and pulled his hood, and he swiped my hand, and I cannot make this shit up. He fucking roared. Bro! I had stopped for a moment trying to make sense of what happened before I said fuck it and rammed my body into his. And he fell to the floor. The disappointment was screaming right now. He was probably scared of what has happened now that he had been caught. The rest is history, since the mall guards came in and they escorted us out. One of the guards questioned us, and a ton of people started crowding around the hallway entrance since like 4 more security guards came to try and restrain the obese fuck. We left since Jess is shaken up, and I comforted her when we came home. We did not really know what the hell to do, since this was the first of many instances where people had acted this way to her. We asked ourselves if we should report the guy to the police, but figured that the security guards probably already did that, though. I remember the copy of Fallout 4 sitting in a bag on our couch existed, so I pumped it in our Xbox, and our day became a little bit better.